This is the Ohio AgNet from the Voice You Know at the News You Trust studio, sponsored by BASF and Certain Corn Herbicide. Unleash residual power early to allow for pre- or post-application to attack weeds at their weakest. I'm Ty Higgins. New and now at OhioAgNet.com, farming is unpredictable, and as Ohio farmers know, not every year ends in the black. Between weather, markets, and rising input costs, some years result in a farm loss. The good news? That loss could actually help reduce your tax bill. According to Brian Ravencraft with Holbrook and Manter, the key starts with meticulous record keeping. Tracking every dollar in and out of your operation is critical to documenting losses with the IRS. Most ordinary and necessary farm expenses like feed, seed, fertilizer, fuel, repairs, depreciation may be deductible. If deductible expenses exceed farm income, you could be looking at net operation loss. And for farmers, that loss can often be used to offset other income like off-farm wages or investment income, lowering your overall tax liability. Just remember, the IRS must see your farm as a business, not as a hobby. For more details on how farm losses can work in your favor, read the full article now at OhioAgNet.com. Also on our website, a new video with Ryan Metzger of Leist Mercantile. He and I had a conversation about what to look for when marketing your corn and soybeans in 2026, and I asked him what the export picture looked like for the next 12 months.
We need to continue to look at where our trading partners are and what their outlooks are going to be over the next 5, 10, 20 years, and try to find ways to break into some of the new emerging markets. We're already doing a good bit of that into Latin America. We need to see some more growth into the Middle East, need to see some more growth into Africa. India is certainly a market that is now the largest population, and our exposure there isn't what it could be. We've obviously seen them do some new trade deals over the last couple of weeks, the big one being the free trade deal with the EU. But we need to find ways to leverage our ability to grow a great crop and find ways to get it into some of these emerging countries.
And ways to use it right here in the U.S. as
Yes.
well. One of those things could very well be ethanol. We had a little bit of a setback with year-round E15 a couple of weeks ago, but what's your outlook for ethanol demand here in the U.S. and across the world?
So at least here domestically, we have a very good footprint as far as what we're able to produce. We just need the policy to do its part to ensure that we're getting the support to ensure that the demand's going to be there on the other side. We have another processor in Indiana that's getting ready to double their capacity. That's a step in the right direction, but we need the meaningful policy change with year-round E15. That could potentially add somewhere between 450 upwards to 500 million bushels of annual demand. And that's going to go a long ways to help dig us out of the supply glut we're in right now.
You can watch our full conversation at OhioAgNet.com. Time to check the forecast with Ryan Martin, brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance. Online at seedconsultants.com.
System number 1 develops here today, especially later this afternoon into this evening. More so northwest Ohio, but I don't want to rule anybody out with some light snow and flurry action. Then system number 2 hits the state square on tomorrow. Coating to 2 inches is what we expect to see over the entirety of the Buckeye State. Cold for the weekend, then temperatures really want to moderate for next week. I'm meteorologist Ryan Martin.
Thank you, Ryan. Coming up on Tuesday, going to be broadcasting from the annual partnership meeting of the Ohio Federation of Soil and Water Conservation Districts in Columbus. Back with a check of the markets next as the Ohio AgNet continues.
Get ready to bid on the heavy equipment and vehicles you need in a Ritchie Brothers Midwest Regional event happening February 10th through 12th. Inventory is at Ritchie Brothers locations in Columbus, Chicago, Detroit, Minneapolis, Kansas City, and Lincoln, with in-person inspections available. Bid on a wide selection of excavators, loaders, dump trucks, and truck tractors. Don't miss this great opportunity. Visit rbauction.com/Columbus to sign up. rbauction.com/Columbus.
Welcome back to the Ohio AgNet. I'm Ty Higgins. Today's market analysis brought to you by Louis Dreyfus Company, excited to bring a brand new soybean crush facility to Upper Sandusky. Learn more about marketing your soybeans with LDC at 574-566-2113. Last week, U.S. ethanol production averaged 956,000 barrels per day. That's down slightly from the week prior. Buying in the soybean market yesterday followed President Trump's posting on social media that China signaled its willingness to buy U.S. soybeans above its original pledge for this marketing year. Feeder cattle are being purchased at a premium to cash by feedlots as they have difficulty finding sufficient animals to keep those feedlots full, and a huge decline in pork cutouts on Wednesday eliminated a lot of what's been gained recently. This gives traders some cause for concern. At midday, March corn up 2 3/4 at $4.32 a bushel. May $4.40 up by 3 cents. March beans 11.08 1/2 up 16 1/4. May up 17 1/2 at 11.22 1/2. And July wheat up 5 1/4 at 5.52 1/4. Markets brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance. Online at seedconsultants.com. Live cattle for February, 236.50. That's a loss of 402 at midday. April, 237.10, down 470. Feeder cattle for April, 361.85, down 565. Lean hogs for February, 87.25, off 75 points. April lean hogs down 57 at 97.87. For the Ohio AgNet, I'm Ty Higgins reporting.